So this is going to be a video on fat people. So let me tell you my experience or like in my life with this word. When I was a really small kid, I was like really stick thin, but not because I was like this tomboy and I had like water guns and like I used to fight with my brothers and we would go on adventures outside. That's the type of environment I grew up in. And then when I was a really small kid, then like puberty comes along, and that made my hormones really out of whack. And then I thought, and when I was in puberty, one of my like grade 1 or 2 teachers was like she was really this happy round person. So she was really round, but she was one of the most happiest people I've ever seen. So then I thought that, wow, fat people are pretty cool. I mean, like, how can they be so happy and stuff? So then, yeah, I wanted to be one of those fat, confident people that went around saying, yeah, this is my place. So then I would like joke with my brothers and put like a pillow under my shirt and say, oh, look, I'm fat. Those little jokes then. But then and then I started eating a lot. It wasn't really intended, but there was so much stress at home and stuff like that. Things didn't turn out so perfect as I'd imagined it to be. So then I found comfort eating, which kind of made my worries go away for the moment. And then I remember waking up one day after I ate a lot. And then my arms were usually like stick thin. And then when I woke up, they were like, they had little pieces of chub on it. And I was like, whoa, this is pretty cool. And I sort of like shook my hands around and I was like, look, it wobbles. But it wasn't like, if this was me when I started off, I was stick thin. And then I kind of, it wasn't a lot of it. It was like a little normal kid would have. Like a little bit of chub, but it wasn't like humongous. But I remember being so fascinated with it. I was like, whoa. But then, yeah, and then I grew up and I kind of became really chubby, and then I found I didn't feel as good as I thought I would. Like, it wasn't all that great. So it wasn't all that great, but sorry, this is actually fast forwarded, because this isn't the same time. I mean, I had a break of this. I did that because my card memory was full. So, and so, then I realized, I felt really, really, really self-conscious. Not because of my weight, because I was still a normal weight, but I just really felt really. Because the thing is, if you gain any amount, you don't feel that good about it, but not because of the fact that you gaining, because that's what I was aiming for, but because your body doesn't feel good. And so I remember one time we had like this camp thing, and then a person would go in the wheelbarrow and 2 other people would be pushing them, or like one person. And then I remember saying, no, I'm not getting in the wheelbarrow, and the other person was like, why not? And I was like, no, I feel really heavy. And then she was like, so how much do you weigh? And I was like, 42 kilograms. And she was like, oh, me too. But then the difference between her and me was that she was rather happy. Everything was going well in her life-ish, I think. She was probably, she was more confident than me, so yeah, fast forward. The thing with feeling fat is that you don't want to go outside, you don't want to be around people, you don't feel like you belong anywhere. So that's how I started to gain weight. It wasn't because of my physical genetics, it wasn't because of anything else, but the fact that no one noticed that I was really feeling fragile. My parents, my parents were really sort of absent in all this. They didn't know. They had their own problems. So yeah. And one message I wanted to say to all the people that feel this way as I did is to look in the mirror and say, you look good, even though you're not happy with it. The fact that you can improve means that you need to be happy with where you are now to have the drive to go outside. People say that fat people have hypertension and other stuff, but think about it. All diseases are related to stress, and the more you give a fat person stress, the more they're going to feel hopeless, and the more they're going to end up in that same spiral that had caused them to enter in the first place, into this vicious cycle of gaining weight. So yeah, I think we need to delete the concept of fat people and thin people, and we just have to remember that we're all people, and all of us deserve love, care, comfort, and we need to look after each other. That's why all of us are here. Yay! And that is the end. Ta-ta! And lastly, I just want to add that in the beginning, I wanted to get fat because whenever I said, oh, look, I'm fat, and I had a pillow in my belly, then it would crack other people up. So yeah, their fault. And mine. But we can share the responsibility.